It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Portland Trail Blazers at Moda Center. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Wizards in
Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in downtown. And we've got... And KD is certainly a rarity, DA. His length and height and athleticism makes him a nightmare for any team he goes up against. Well, tonight, Clark, we have a matchup that showcases two teams that are very deadly from beyond the arc. Just how important has the three-point shot become in the NBA?
It's become the most important shot in the NBA in my mind, Kevin, because it puts a lot of pressure on the opposing defense. It's a shot that the fans can anticipate and really get into, and it forces the defense to spread out. I mean, the best offenses in the league now are really good at utilizing the three-point shot, making it and taking them to spread the defense.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. We've got Durant. Rajon Rondo is out there with Green. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Mirotic in at the power forward. That one goes. Count it.
And with great players, you've got to pick your poison. You'll live with Cousins shooting from mid-range.
Green kicks to Durant. Mirotic sets the screen for Durant. It's stolen by Aminu. And just about a minute into the first quarter, Griffin's shot is off. And the Timberwolves with possession here.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Aminu dishes to Cousins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Lauri Markkanen. Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
Rondo passes to Durant. Markkanen sets the pick for Durant. And it's Markkanen, top of the key. Shot clock at 5. Teardrop shot. Here's Rondo. Up and in on the layup.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Right wing. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. 1, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And 2, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with it.
Out to the wing. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Outside Durant. Passes to Markkanen. The Timberwolves get it back in a new 24. And Durant gets it to go.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Cousins, no good.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
Green kicks to Rondo. Durant against Aminu. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
Here's Roberson, guarded by Green. Shot off the screen. Griffin. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to Washington.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Well, if you're going to win, you've got to shoot a good percentage from the stripe, and for them, they have no one to blame but themselves.
And here's Green outside, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
And Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter, great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what do you guys think about Minnesota? Mills with it on the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Green. Durant is out there with Mirotic. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Markkanen in at the 5, roaming the paint. Minnesota leading by 8. And for the Blazers, tremendous scoring talent in their backcourt. How did they turn the corner in the West?
Clearly, it's going to be with their defense. I think that's where they've had their struggles. They're going to have to get better at the point of attack there and protecting the rim. I think some of it has to do with the lack of discipline, but also you could factor that into being just an inexperienced young group that's still kind of getting their feet wet.
Mills dishes to Robertson. Here's Aminu. Bangs home the trifecta. Aminu's got the first basket of the second quarter for Portland.
Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open a look.
They set the screen. Durant just inside the line. Durant with another miss.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Here's Cousins. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his third rebound on the night. Outside, Green launches it. Mirotic's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 5. And here's Mills. He feeds it to Robertson. Griffin a screen on Green. Shot clock at 6. And Robertson kicks to Cousins. Shoots. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Timberwolves leading by 5. Durant for 3. Feeds to Rondo. The dish to Markkanen. Aminu against Durant. And Rondo gets it to go on the assist by Durant. Rondo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. Dishes it to Cousins. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Cousins with another miss.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And one of the toughest parts about playing for the Minnesota Timberwolves is the travel schedule. Clark, even interdivision games can involve lengthy flights, and the team travels more than any other in the NBA.
Yeah, and you know, everybody travels, and it is part of the league, but it is a small disadvantage for Minnesota to deal with. Not a big one, but nonetheless something unique to them as a team. Not much you can do about it, though. That's their lot, and they've got to make it work.
Rondo kicks to Green. Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Cousins. Oh, Griffin in position. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Trailblazers.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
Rondo kicks to Mirotic. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. It's blocked.
He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. I mean, can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. You got to help him some other ways.
The Trailblazers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, and Cousins, with his physical style, always among the league leaders in free throws.
He's off on the second. Timberwolves leading by 6. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Yeah, he just threw that possession away. Hopefully he learns from that and doesn't make the same mistake again.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And Mills kicks to Cousins. Pass to Roberson. He dishes it to Griffin. Just 3 on the clock, and that's 2 points on the layup. Griffin's got 7 points.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came in.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome back,
Show.
folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew to the start of the second half.
High above downtown Portland. You get the great idea of the beauty of the city, folks. Welcome back, everyone, to the Pacific Northwest. Here's Mills. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Trailblazers, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Griffin. And it's Mills. And there's Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Roberson in at the 2 spot. Clark, when you look back at all the coaching you received and all the coaches that you've covered, what allows a coach to have a team buy into what he wants to do?
I think there are a couple of things there, Kevin. One is authenticity, being who you are as a man and a coach. Whatever your personality is, whatever your hallmark pillars are as a coach, the things that you don't allow to be negotiated, staying true to that. But authenticity is huge. And then adaptability, being able to be flexible within your authenticity. Those things, to me, give you the most credibility as a coach and give you a chance to one, be enjoyable to play for and also successful.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Durant kicks to Green. Outside Rondo. There's the pick. Durant sets a screen for Green. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And Roberson has it in the corner. Back to Mills. Cousins with a screen on Rondo. And it's Aminu in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. Misses from the corner.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
stolen. Mills in the corner for the tie. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
They're in a hurry. I think, Kevin, they're rushing things a little bit to begin the half. Nothing pretty about this 1-for-4 start.
Kicks to Mirotic. Pass to Durant. Over Aminu. Durant, no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
One of the most impressive things about Blake Griffin is Greg when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
Cousins with a screen on Rondo. Mills passes to Cousins. Griffin against Mirotic. Back to Aminu. Lock at 6. Now the pass to Cousins. To end the drought. Rebound Minnesota. Markkanen's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Griffin kicks to Mills. Aminu, no one around him. Off target from three-point range.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Mirotic sets the screen for Durant. Shoots off the screen. Here's Markkanen. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, in this day and age of how the game is played, Markkanen's skill set, hand in glove fit, superb at spacing the floor with his shooting stroke.
The first free throw is good.
And the Timberwolves, a team that is evolving how you imagine they would with Tibbs running things here. Deliberate approach on both ends of the floor and really looking to dominate the rebounding margins.
And so he hits both. Greg, in the areas you just talked about, rebounding and pace, the Timberwolves are very much where they want to be.
Yeah, the team just looks to make the most out of their possessions and try to beat you through efficiency. They have players that can get easy transition points when the opportunity presents itself, but in general, they aren't trying to speed the game up.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
Durant, no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Defensively, make sure we're all game.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Timberwolves leading by 11. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Rajon Rondo is out there with Green. Then there's Nikola Mirotic. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Durant in at the small forward. Well, Clark, you've been in the booth for so long, but I have to ask, have you ever toyed with the idea of coaching or working in some team's front office? I know you did briefly for the Pacers.
Yeah, I did, and I enjoyed it. I was working in player relations, player development with our guys off the court, and loved it. But it just wasn't something I could sustain at this season in my life. Not interested in coaching. I've never really been, because my career path went towards broadcasting right after I got done playing, and I've paid my dues and have grown in this profession. And I would want to do the same thing in coaching, and I just don't have enough time in front of me to do that. So I'm happy to be around the game in this capacity. Coaching never lets up. I get an off season as a broadcaster.
Yes.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And he lays it straight in. Durant's got 22 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Pick by Griffin. Aminu dishes to Mills. Back to Aminu. Here's Roberson. Just 5 on the clock. For 3.
Since halftime, he has just been in a funk offensively.
Aminu misses.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Here's Roberson. Aminu, the pass to Griffin. And they get it. Buries the long-range jumper.
I'll tell you what, the defense has to be kicking themselves. Just a step late there, and the shooter made them pay for it.
1:49 left to play in the final quarter. Rondo kicks to Durant. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists in the game.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
A nice shot by Griffin.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at them. Show them you can shoot from outside all night long.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Timberwolves.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
And I thought the defense really looked lost out there, helpless. He had an answer for whatever they threw his way.
Aminu misses.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Mirotic dishes to Durant. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And you love Durant's intensity. He has an amazing drive to be an all-time great.
Durant hits them both. And Portland with the ball. They trail by 18. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Screen by Jefferson. O'Neal passes to Jefferson. Markkanen pulls it in. Now here's Rondo. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Andre Roberson. Kevin Love's stat line. Yeesh. Durant dropping 87. Another 18-point blowout. Good grief.